Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your reading. This is a reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Spirit, what messages do you have for Sagittarius? Thank you. We have express love through gifts. A small token of love can convey great appreciation, and that's number 19. And then we have ask for help. What do you really need? Be willing to accept support, and that's number 14. Okay. On the bottom, actions speak loudly. Express your love through actions, number 49. So what I'm getting from those two is giving and receiving energy. Asking for help, giving, being generous with your time. What other messages do you have for Sagittarius, please? Thank you. Soul star activation, fulfilling soul contracts, remembering who you are. Very nice. And of course, there's the Merkaba for manifestation. Manifesting these changes, this self-awareness. On the bottom, we have inner earth, base chakra, strength and security, laying foundations. Spirit, what other messages do you have for Sagittarius, please? Thank you. Pegasus transcending, number 28, and Wild Rose Fairy Love, number 47. Very nice. Awesome. Yeah, transcending with the soul star activation. It's like you're raising your vibration, becoming more of who you are, and then love coming in. Very cool. On the bottom, we have meandering pathway, flow, number 24. It's like you've been on a long road. You've been journeying for a long time and journeying and growing and changing. And yeah, thank you, Spirit. 12th house introspection, number 50. You've been going inward, healing, releasing and accepting your shadow side. On the bottom, 10th house authority, number 48. I think that's about recognizing your own strength and your own sovereignty. But we're going to get some more information. Okay. Spirit, what other messages do you have for Sagittarius, please? What else may Sagittarius know at this time, please? Thank you. The Tower coming out with temptation. 15 and 16, so 1516 could be significant. And you know, I was just thinking 6 plus 5 is 11, so then we've got 4 ones, 1, 1, 1, 1. 31, that's a 4, yeah. Some kind of a big breakthrough coming in with regard to obsessions, things that you have been overdoing. There's going to be a breakthrough. Things are going to be removed that no longer serve you and allow your light to shine through when you are able to release those things that hold you back, those indulgences. This also could be a breakthrough that leads to this satisfaction, contentment, having enough money, food on the table, being able to rest and heal. We'll get some more information. Spirit, what other messages do you have for Sagittarius, please? What other messages for Sagittarius? Three of Fire. What else, please? Five of Earth. And the Star. Ooh. Oh, wow. 15, 16, 17. Wow. So a definite progression with very powerful energies of the major arcana. This breakthrough leading to a wish fulfillment. Holding on to hope, because through this transcendence, through this breakthrough and leveling up, you're going to get what you're wishing for. You're going to be like the shining star because of your introspection, raising your vibration, leveling up, laying those foundations. You're going to recognize your own strength and become like this star energy. The Three of Fire is about your ships coming in, taking action on your plans. And the Five of Earth is that fear of loss of money, being out in the cold, self-isolation. But in this deck, with the Five of Earth being all in gold, and there's nothing cold about this card, and there are leaves growing on all the branches. This to me is a change for the better with your money. That's what I'm getting from this card right now. It's that you're coming in from out of the cold. Your money is coming in. You're about to bloom. And it's all leading up to you becoming this star in some way, in some area of your life, spiritually perhaps. It could be in other ways. This is Aquarius energy. Let's see what's at the bottom. Two of Earth. No longer having to juggle your finances. Good luck. A fortunate change of events. Having enough money. Not having to be in that lack energy anymore. Okay. I'm thinking I want to grab this one next. Spirit, what other messages do you have for Sagittarius, please? Knight of Brooms, Five of Swords, and the Seven of Bricks. So the Knight of Wands, some event that's going to happen suddenly, some messages coming in quickly, could be from a fire sign, could be from another Sagittarius or an Aries or Leo. The Five of Swords is it's usually about a battle, battling others, battling with yourself, inner struggles, self-doubt, negative self-talk. But now we've got two fives here, and this is changing. And with the Seven of Bricks, this is the Seven of Pentacles. So you've planted your seeds, you're waiting on that harvest to come in. And it's also about divine timing, things happening when they're meant to. But with this Knight of Brooms coming in, that's very fast energy. So I feel like something that you've been waiting on is about to come in, and there's nothing to be fearful about. And it's also time to stop thinking negatively about yourself or your situation, because you can be self-sabotaging. You could be keeping this prosperity from coming in, and that could be what this temptation is about. 15 in the Rider-Waite is the Devil card. It's Capricorn energy. And so that it's fear. It could be fears holding you back, being oppressed by fears or by addictions. So I feel like you've really been battling yourself in some way. But with the Tower, there's about to be a breakthrough in that area. And because of that, all this new leveling up energy, this new rush of either spiritual energy or creative energy, a passionate message, a very sudden event that is for the better, like this Tower moment. A sudden rush of energy coming in. May we have a couple more, please, for Sagittarius? Thank you. Okay, so now we have the Six of Cups. Oh, I'm sorry, it's the Four of Cups, excuse me. The Four of Cups. Yeah, going along with what we were saying earlier, that you've been waiting on it for a long time with the Seven of Pentacles. You've been waiting on something, you think it's not going to come in. You're feeling disappointed. You're feeling like you've really been working hard and you don't see any progress. But what you don't see is that Spirit is about to hand you a gift. Okay, so we've got 3 cards that came out. We have Temperance. We have the Two of Brooms, or the Two of Fire Wands, and the Six of Wands. So Temperance is about being patient. It's also coming into balance, moderation, moderating your habits. So with that, I think that you have been very patient. This is also number 14. So it just 14, 15, 16, 17. I mean, my goodness. And those are all the major arcana we have on the table right now. And that, I think that's just amazing that we've got that succession like that. I've never seen that before. So anyway, you've been patient. You've been going inward and moderating your behavior, coming into balance within, balancing fire and water. And it's all leading to this Six of Wands victory. This Two of Wands is making plans. It's also like twin flame energy. But the Two of Wands is like you're hopeful. You're looking out at the horizon and thinking what you would like, what you want to do, what you want your future to look like. And because you've been doing all this inner work, you will have this success and victory. And I feel like with the Star, you're going to get what you want, what you've been wishing for. You don't see it coming yet. You think it's not going to come up. You think it's not going to manifest because it's been taking a while, but it's on the way. We've got this Knight of Brooms here that's about to rush in. On the bottom, we have the Three of Swords. Yeah. Some old sorrow held in the mind, heartbreak energy. You've been disappointed in the past and you're afraid that's what's going to happen now. But it's time for you to continue working through that energy and releasing those old sorrows and those old fears, because these wishes are about to manifest, and you don't want to sabotage it by having negative thinking, by bringing about a self-fulfilling prophecy. Spirit, may we have some more messages for Sagittarius, please? The Five of Cups, yeah. You've got a lot of fear, a lot of disappointment, emotional disappointment. You know, with the Three of Swords that we had here, some sort of emotional disappointment, some heartbreak from the past that's intruding on your present, that's keeping you bound and stuck in that negative energy. And I see you working through it. Yes, Three of Cups, celebrations, get-togethers, parties. It could be an engagement party, bachelorette or bachelor party. It could be like a family reunion. It could be going somewhere on spring break if you're into that. Taking a trip, possibly, because we do have the Three of Fire here. We've got the Two of Wands as well. So you could be taking action on a plan to go on a trip or vacation and have some fun. And I think that would be good for you to help you get out of that negative mindset. Spirit, may we have some more? Thank you. Spirit's like, yeah, I'm working on it. Okay. Okay. So isn't this interesting? We got the Oak King coming out upside down right on top of the Five of Cups. So I feel like you have been looking at things in a different way, changing your perspective and working through these old heartbreaks. So that's a confirmation to me that you are in the process of healing from this and releasing this. And this Oak King or Hangman is drawing that infinity symbol right there. And we also have that in the Two of Pentacles. Wherever I sat that. Oh, right here. It was on the bottom of this deck. It makes that infinity symbol in the Rider-Waite deck. I think you've been thinking in different ways about your money, about how you want to bring money into your reality. Perhaps you've been contemplating going back to school or getting a different kind of a job, maybe changing careers. I think you've really been doing a lot of thinking, a lot of soul searching, and working through old fears. And it's really been beneficial for you because now you're going to get into this wishes coming true, parties, celebrations energy. But let's get some more. Okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles here. Again, with strength and security, laying your foundations, having that solid foundation with the Four of Pentacles, and not having the fear of losing it. You know, this person is like gathering up his pentacles because there's someone at the door and he's like, oh, I better grab these. You're not going to have to worry about that. Now let's see what these two are that came in upside or face down. We've got a Queen of Cups and a Seven of Swords. I'm still getting planning energy here, cleverness. This person has made a plan and now he's bringing home he's coming home from the hunt. He's bringing home his what he has hunted for, and it looks like rabbits to me. And there's a person at the door waiting. Someone's waiting for you. You may be making plans to go on a trip to see this person, or this person may be making plans to see you. You could be meeting at some sort of a get-together. And this person represents unconditional love. You're about to receive unconditional love from this person. This love that's coming in, because we do have that love card that came out almost at the very beginning. And your advice is to express your love and show your love through action. And that's what this man is doing, isn't he? He's bringing home what he's his bounty, I guess I want to say. He's bringing that home to this person. So there's nothing to fear with this love that's coming in. There's nothing, she should let go of any fear of emotional disappointment or heartbreak, because that's just past energy intruding on the present. This person's really going to love you and show you a lot of compassion and empathy and kindness and affection. And it could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. On the bottom, we have the Page of Swords. You're going to get news soon that's going to change things. You're going to learn something new. And it's going to be like this breakthrough energy, like a mini breakthrough. You could be getting a message from an air sign, which would be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, which we do have Aquarius here with the star. Sometimes it can signify someone watching you, like watching your social media, waiting in the wings to kind of see, are you available? Would you be open to going out with them, or that kind of thing? But right now, the strongest energy I'm getting from this, coupled with the Knight of Fire, is learning something new. This breakthrough energy, some sort of knowledge comes in that changes things. And it could be happening by the full moon. We are in the new moon phase now, if you're watching this at the day I'm recording. So it could be by the next full moon that you learn this thing, whatever this is. Spirit, what closing messages do you have for Sagittarius? What advice or guidance do you have for Sagittarius, please? Speak to yourself with kindness. Become aware of how you speak to yourself. Number 33, yes. Yes. Transform the way you speak to yourself. We talked about negative self-talk and self-fulfilling prophecies earlier in the reading. So yes, speak to yourself with kindness. Don't be cruel to yourself. Look at how, recognize it. Be mindful of your thoughts. And would you say that to another person? Ask yourself that. Oh, and I'm shuffling again, and it just sort of happened. We have become aware. Listen to the wisdom of the body. Number 6. That feels to me like sitting in stillness, spending some time in nature, just maybe sitting outside for 10 or 15 minutes and just listening to the birds and feeling the wind and the sun, getting in touch with yourself, grounding. And listening, what sensations are you feeling when you are in stillness? On the bottom, we have breathe in, practice breath work today. Yes, number 7. And again, that could be sitting in stillness, doing a meditation. I find guided meditations very helpful and much easier to do than a regular meditation when you're just sitting and sort of chanting Om to yourself. A loving kindness meditation would be very good in this situation. And my spiritual butterfly does a really wonderful one that I like. You can find that in one of the playlists on my channel that I've saved that. But yeah, going inward, sitting in stillness and listening to your body, listening to your breath, speaking to yourself with kindness. And when this love comes in, show your love, express it, show it through actions, and just go with the flow, because you are ascending and raising your vibration and working through your shadow. And as a result, your wishes are about to come true. Okay, Sagittarius, that was your reading. I hope you found it helpful. I still have a poll out for the readings. You know, what types of readings are you most interested in? If you feel like voting on that, I would appreciate it. And thank you so much for your views and your likes. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much, Sagittarius.